Hi, this is a working video on menus, the magic menu systems between myself and my developers. Okay, hi Beneath, Vishnu. Right, let's have a quick look at the different pages. We've got lots of different pages. This is the page we're currently working on, I think, although it doesn't have the move to. I think I've got the wrong URL in here. We've got this page, which is a culmination of. This is more advanced. Before we look at these pages, let's have a look at some notes I wrote. Okay, magic menus, 3 stages to consider. Okay, and the first one is simply to make it work for us in the best way possible with the least amount of fuss, the least amount of reprogramming. I know today both of you guys mentioned that there's going to need quite a bit of reprogramming because of the changing of the lists, and I was okay. I'm a little bit. I'm going to try and avoid that if we can. Let's just get on to that point straight away. Currently, this is our master list. All Africa, all villas Africa.php, and we have our bespoke villa list, and we have our razor villa list, and they get shown one by one. So this is one database field, and this is another. So we have 2 database fields that are being served one after another. I would have thought to save having to reprogram anything, what we need to do is just modify, or whatever we do, we need to create a list that then changes this field here. And we ignore the online. We just take away that rule that we serve one then the other, and we just serve the bespoke, or we just serve the razor, doesn't matter which, but no longer is this database field just the razor villas or just the bespoke villas. It is a list that is created from this, or what I think I've got the wrong page here because I'm not seeing. In fact, no, I think this is right. Okay, yeah, no, this is right. Sorry for the confusion. I was thinking about the moving the villas from the not in lists to. Anyway, let's not worry about it. Okay, so look, if I change this around, I mean these two here are a little bit odd. I don't know why that is now here twice. We did put a new entry in, and that's why this is at. In fact, as I've done that, I'm confused because this is at 8 as well. These are the priorities. These little numbers here: 8, 3, 3, 8. I don't know why this has gone up to 8. 8 should only be a newly added villa. Anyway, let's just simplify this, and we need to remake this list, and then make this list or this one, whichever one you want. This is a single database field. We need to make a comma delimited list of villas appear in this bespoke villas database field, which then goes to the website. Keep it really simple, I think. And this list here needs to be made from from this list. This list I can then add villas to it from not in razor list, from the not in Cape Town Luxury Villas list, the list Jenny and Zenda made, or the Cape Villas list. I can then create one big list with all the best villas at the top. So we can then use that on Villa Secrets, and as importantly on Cape Town Luxury Villas, because that is in a real mess. That's the first priority. The first priority is simply making me a nice system so as I can reorder the villas, and that's what we're making. We just seem to have the confusion being about making the different lists. And what I'm suggesting is we have all the lists, well, all the lists currently are in on this page. They were all put there because this was a copy of this, but just in the order with one-on-one. Sorry, where am I? Right, okay, so this list here, reorder XML list, the results 4655, then comma 639, then comma 2148, etc. in the list that they're in just needs to go into here, and then this needs to show up on our website, and that should be a simple thing to do, other than the fact that you've got to stop calling from the second list, but I can't see that being a big trouble. You're now just calling from one list. Okay, what do we want to do as well is eventually we really want all the individual lists on a separate page. So as if I wanted to see just the Cape Villas IDs 0 to 2000, I could do that, and I could see them in a common delimited list like this, and I could also see them in a list like this. Not that I can change them around. We might want to change them around eventually, but for now it's going to be a lot simpler if the only way to change this list is on this page. We can add to it from the lists of villas that we have that are not on the site already, but we will just use this as a master ordering system, but it will also appear as a Razor list, as a Cape Villas list, as a Cape Town Luxury Villas list, and when we add them, a Knox Rentals list, which is the new PMS we need to connect to, and a Knightsbridge list, which is the new PMS that we want to connect to, all of which will show their results in this one master list. And as we change the order in this list, it will automatically change the order in the individual lists. But for now, we're just concentrating on one big list. Okay, let me go to my notes. I hope I've made that clear. Okay, so create a way for me to better order the villas in Cape Town so we show our best properties on Villa Secrets and Cape Town Luxury Villas. Before we start even thinking about magic menus and all this wonderful stuff we can do with the XML sitemap and changing XML priorities and all the stuff that's on here, we really want to just start with the very basics, create a way for me to better order the villas in Cape Town so we show our best properties on Villa Secrets and Cape Town Luxury Villas. Cape Town Luxury Villas at the moment, half of the properties are not showing on it, which we're losing money. The best way for us to make money right now in a quick way is to quickly get the villas on Cape Town Luxury Villas so the guys have got more stock. The more stock they've got, the more chance they've got of converting, and the more money we'll make. It's as simple as that. Okay, so this is priority. It's just a simple way, and I think the simplest way is to use this page. Where is it? This one we've got here, the reorder XML list, to create a single list that gets shown in here. Okay, and in this database field, so you don't have to do any reprogramming. All you have to do is change this set of comma dilemma comma-rated to being this order, and to remove the one from here order section. Okay, let's get back to my notes. But really, that's what we're going to concentrate on now, keeping it simple. I've been looking at local and international SEO. I mean, just type it into Google if you want to know more about it. International SEO, local SEO, and the fact that we are not registering the domain or the social network accounts in Cape Town is really hurting us badly. For Villa Secrets especially, because there's nothing to do with Villa Secrets, as far as Google is concerned, is about Cape Town, but it is based in the UK. So it really we're getting nowhere. What we need to do with Villa Secrets is create the subdomain capetown.villasecrets, and then on that subdomain we make a different contact page which has an address in Cape Town. We make different Google Plus pages for capetown.villasecrets, and we make, and there's a whole program that can show me how to make about 400 different directory entries for Villa Secrets in Cape Town, and indeed Cape Town Luxury Villas. Indeed, Cape Town Luxury Villas we're doing this for first. But point being, we do need to create this subdomain. It is Google says either do that or make different websites, villasecrets.co.za, etc., etc. For now, we're just working on subdomain, so we will have to make that subdomain. However, I don't think the subdomain, and correct me if I'm wrong, has anything to do with the database. I think when capetown.villasecrets or Bali.villasecrets goes into the Villa Secrets database, it goes into the Villa Secrets database. It doesn't go into the subdirectory of the database. So I think it should be relatively simple, because we're not, the subdomains has got nothing to do with the databases, as far as I know. Okay, we need to make the search results into a page like allvillasafrica.php, where a single database entry contains the list order, and that's exactly what I've been talking about. This should be the result of various lists that can be seen individually, i.e., as well as seeing this list, we will have something underneath that just shows the same order, but only the villas from 0 to 2000, the same order and only the villas from 2000 to 3000, the same order and only the villas from 4000 to 5000. Okay, and remember, at the moment we're creating the Cape Town list, so forget about any villa that is not in Cape Town. Okay, create a two-tier system for fresh and copy. I'm going to come back to this, and before, I'm just going to quickly look at something that I'm not 100% certain about, and that is this page. Where is it? Here it is. I know we made this, and this is a combination of the locations we've entered into the CMS and locations I think that were attached to Razor. And for each location, we've assigned it to Africa, and then South Africa, and then Cape Town, etc., etc. Are we still using this, or have we now stopped using this system in favor, and I'm just gonna, in favor of the destinations Master Africa and destinations Africa level 2, or are these particular options coming from this list in any way? It's a question. Are these attached to these, or does anything that's in I mean, these are all in Cape. These are not all in Cape Town. This is a list of all the villas, I think. This is a list of all the locations we have, and we've got them all over the place. This is the Africa list of locations. Is this the Africa list of locations according to this, or is it according to whatever has been put in the database? There's a question. I'd like an answer to that one. So let's look at this and this, and which is how does this work? Where do these come from? I think is my question. Where do these get pulled from? Right. Okay. Sorry, wrong. Okay, let's get back to this. Okay, now let's just, for now, we're just going to work on the above, keeping it simple. We need to keep it simple. However, um, as soon as we've done the above, or look, if both of you are working on this, maybe Vineeth could work on the above, and Vishnu can work on this. What we're looking to do, and I know Vishnu, I asked you to look at this earlier today, and this comes to the 2-tier system for fresh and copied content, which may even be a free tier for pages from posts on the same website. I.e., if we've made a post, and I think actually if we have a look at how I'm making the new villas page, this is our new villas page in design. I'm in the middle of designing this at the moment. You can see I've gone for the big photo at the top, and then we've got some detail, and then we show the villas. I need to be reminded actually of why I brought that up. Ah, yes. Okay. Now we can see here what we're really doing is creating a completely different CMS to add these big villas at the big pictures at the top, and add the text as we've added it in the blogs. And what we'll be doing is we'll be copying the blogs into these new pages, and we'll be getting new photographs done. And over a year, we want to change pretty much, we want to change about 200 villas to having new big photographs and having descriptions like this. Okay, so getting back on point, let's have a look at the current 2-tier system, which is, where is it? Okay, I'll have to find it. Make a new page, and it's in here. Auto position, initial priority and XML list. Okay, so new content, fresh content comes in at, I think, priority 8, and after 32 days goes down to priority 7, and then at worst stays at XML priority 6. Copied content, we are making the list that we have at the moment. The top 32 in that list are priority 3, up to 128, from 33 to 28 is priority 2. All the rest are priority 1, unless I have made a manual action to dismiss the villa from our lists, in which case it'll be priority 0. Okay, now this is telling us what we need to work from. Now practically this is already working to a degree on this page, because we can see here this 8 here, this 2148, I don't know why it's repeated. This 2148 was a new villa. It was entered as a new fresh content villa. It was an experiment, and what I should do to make things easier is actually add this, and I'll try and add this tomorrow or the next day. So now we look at this villa, we can see it as a fresh content. Now, because this is fresh content and it's priority 8, it has to be at number 1, because we have to have this list here in order of XML priority. So every new villa that we put in, even if we haven't got the rules in, it just starts off at 8. It starts off at 8, and it'll be at the top. And what we're doing is we're seeing the best villas we want to give fresh content to, and we're working on those first. So we're not really messing up the order. All of these ones we have, this one, we have already created as new fresh content. So we need that rule in place, so as this you know, this 8 here has to be seen at number in the first position. All priorities, let's just make it simple. All priorities above 6 and above, all priorities need to be seen before. Where is it? They need to be seen at the front. The rest of the priorities need to come to the back. For now, we're just going to order it so as the first 32 villas that we see below in XML priority 3 or below are priority 3, and then it changes after we see 32 villas to priority 2 for the next, I think it's 96 villas, and then it changes. And when we add a new villa to this list of copied content, the priority 3, if we add a new villa at position number 10, that's going to push the villas that are currently in place down one, and the last villa, number 32, will turn into XML priority, will turn to 33 and turn to XML priority 2. Okay, I'm not going to get into it much more than that, other than to say that's how we need it, but we're not really going to be, I mean, you know, it'd be nice to work on this. This is a fundamental part of the system. And I hope I've explained it clearly. Let's just move on. Create new lists and subdomains. Okay, we're not going to do this right now. We're going to get our lists organized firstly, but we need to create an African safaris list. Now, I've just made this note. Include safari villas, or should safari villas come under African villas, or indeed South African villas? To a degree, it depends on how many we have of each. Currently, as we only have a few villas outside of Cape Town, we could create an all villas in Africa except Cape Town list. That seems to make sense. So every single villa that is not in Cape Town goes in the all Africa list. And then we'll make a separate list for safaris, which we're not even working on that yet. We'll work on that after we've done the all Africa list. But that will be a separate list, and it will be a separate list because that will be powering Experience Africa. And when we talk about safaris, we're really coming under one big category, which is everything that isn't a villa that you can book. I.e., whenever you stay in a hotel or book a safari, normally you're staying in one room in a property. It's the difference between exclusive use and non-exclusive use. So we'll have our Cape Town list, Cape Town villas list. Sorry, we'll have our Cape Town villas list. We'll have our African villas that are not in Cape Town except Cape Town list, and we'll have our safaris list. Those will be our 3 lists for Africa. Eventually we will wish to split the Africa list, maybe a dedicated list and subdomain for Mauritius and the Seychelles, and maybe Johannesburg. Okay, but we'll work on that as we go. We're just getting the structure for now. And we will also want to add a list for Bali and a subdomain for Bali and Hawaii, and all different locations will have a different list, and 4 villas. Okay, I'm going to very quickly mention stage 2. Now that we will want to create magic menus, which is a new order for the top 64 villas shown in any list, i.e., instead of this showing this now becoming this order becoming this, the first 64 villas will instead be coming from a different list, whereafter whatever villas have not already been shown will appear in this list after the top 64. Okay, and this different list is here. And what this is a case of, if I just want to put my top 10 in, I'm going to put them in from here, the top 10. The highest placed in um, the Villa Secrets list, it says here, but that could be, um, yes, that is actually, that would be whatever is highest in our actual, uh, in this list, gets shown in position 2. Then the top, the villa that's seen the most daily views by Google Analytics will be in number 3. The highest attribute score will be at number 4. This is a very different model to what we're doing already, and we should just know that we're doing this, but know that we're only doing this after we've done our initial lists. Lastly, is the matrix concept, where we add new villas and they fall through this list according to certain rules. And where's if we look at this, I presume you have seen this. If you haven't seen this in total, make sure you watch this today. This is more for the future, where we're going, not what we're doing, today. But there's a lot of work in this, and there's a 59-minute video, and we get into all of the details. And in case you didn't know, you go to the blog in business, system software, and there it is, magic menus. Okay, I hope this video helps us, and I hope we can make this transition a simple one. Thank you guys, good luck.